January always feels like survival mode to me, not planning mode. Every year, there's this moment at the beginning of the year that feels like we're supposed to set all these grand plans and goals for the year. And I really feel like I'm exhausted from the short winter days, from being cooped up inside, from all of the planning and fun and stress that comes along with all the holidays and having the kids at home. And I'm just running on fumes. The excitement of the holidays is in December for me. When January rolls around, I just need a breath. I need a pause and some rest. And I don't want to, I don't usually feel gung ho for the new year. Hi, I'm Allison. I try new hobbies, mess up, and figure things out and share it all here with you. Every year, there's this moment that feels like I'm supposed to sit down and plan the whole year and have all of this energy for New Year's resolutions, and I just don't. Honestly, in January, I'm exhausted from the holidays. The days are short, it's cold. I just want to stay inside and cozy up on the couch with a blanket my grandmother made and a nice cup of tea. But my kids don't really allow that. I feel like there's this pressure from New Year's culture that feels like we need to reinvent ourselves or have this big transformation. But January is just not the time of year that makes sense for me. This year, I realized I just don't want to participate in that. But then something always happens around March. The days are getting longer, it warms up, plants are coming out of dormancy, the sun is shining. Suddenly, I'm thinking about planting flowers, reading more books, baking more things, and trying new hobbies like starting this YouTube channel. All the things that I had absolutely no energy for in January. This year, I'm trying something different. I'm not going to plan the whole year in January. I'm starting now when the energy feels like it's there. Spring feels like the season to start things. Summer is when I have the most energy to actually do them. As we head into fall and then into winter, I'm giving myself some grace to slow down and rest. Instead of fighting the seasons, I want to go with them. Another thing that I'm not doing is I'm not setting 100 goals. I'm starting with some affirmations that represent the life that I want to build. These affirmations aren't about doing more, they're about who I want to be. The first affirmation is I am a joyful mother. For me, that means being more present with my kids and really enjoying the time that I have with them. One way that I'm planning on doing this too is to carve out some intentional time that I can do hobbies that I really love so that I feel creative and energized and I can show up as a better parent. I'm also including in this one reducing screen time. I want to completely eliminate it when I'm around my kids, except for if it's intentional, like if we have a movie night. My second affirmation is I am part of a community. If you've seen one of my previous videos, you know gardening is one of the ways that I'm intending to do that this year, getting a community plot so I'm out there in my town, but also making bouquets and bringing them to my friends and family. Another step that I took to bring myself closer to this affirmation is I signed up for a local club and plan to go to a few events in the upcoming months. My last affirmation is I am healthy. For me, this isn't about an extreme fitness goal. I just want to be fueling myself with the right foods and I want to be making sure that I'm moving my body. I put my affirmations just above my computer so I can see it every day. I'm going to be tracking the habits that move me in that direction. The first few habits I'm going to be tracking are around being as healthy as I can be. This goes into both physical and mental health and really feeds into all of my affirmations. The first habit I'm going to be tracking is if I took my vitamins that day, and this includes medicine. The second habit I'll be tracking is if I've had enough water. Making sure that I have enough water always makes me feel better. The third habit I'll be tracking is if I had healthy food that day. And this is really just to make sure that I am keeping myself accountable to fueling my body with the correct things. This isn't to say I won't ever have snacks or unhealthy food. This is just making sure that I do get those healthy foods, especially vegetables. The next habit I'll be tracking is if I've had any exercise that day, and this can be really intense exercise like weightlifting or just going on a walk. The next habit I'll be tracking is if I've been out in my community. This includes chatting with friends, going to the library, working from a coffee shop, but it does have to be in person, so a phone call or FaceTime doesn't count. I will definitely include going to the community garden when that starts up. This doesn't include if I've been out in the community and I didn't talk to anyone. It has to be more than just a transaction. It has to be actually starting a conversation. I know if I don't have these kind of rules, I'm not going to do it. The next habit I'll be tracking is screen time. This is a self-check, so I don't really have strict rules around it. But I do want to reflect on each day on whether or not my screen time was appropriate. Particularly, I want to eliminate screen time around my kids. unless it's movie night. And during my free time, I want to lower this as well. The next habit I'll be tracking is whether or not I've done hobbies that day. These are particularly things that fill my cup. I don't necessarily need to do hobbies every day. I've tried that before and it can just become another stressor in my life. I don't ever want it to become stressful. That's not the point. Every day in April, I'm going to be reflecting on if I accomplished these habits or not. Some of them are very easy, like did I take my vitamins? Did I get any exercise in? But some of them are more subjective, and that's okay. It's mostly just about reflecting and improving bit by bit. As I look at the affirmations I gave myself, I just want to be striving for the life that I want and making sure that I'm in the driver's seat and not just letting it passively pass me by. So instead of trying to become a whole new person in January, I'm starting here in the spring. I'm letting the energy of the season really guide what I want to build this year. I'm curious if any of you guys feel that way too. Do you think that January is a really hard time to set goals, or is that best for you? Does January feel like survival mode? Does the spring feel like a better time to set goals? I'd love to hear what works for you. That's it for me this week. I wanted to leave you with a little glimpse that this wood chip pile is still here and I am still recruiting my children to help me take care of it. At this point, it's going on over 2 weeks, but we'll get there someday. I hope you have a good one.